Hi, if it's your first time here, welcome to our channel. My name is Yulia and this is me.
Hello everyone.
We're talking about fragrances here, and if that's something that you enjoy, we'll be more than happy if you subscribe to our channel. Today we'll show you our top 30 oud fragrances that contain natural ouds, or at least that fragrance houses that we have here are claiming that they're putting natural ouds in their fragrances.
And I would like to mention which fragrances we haven't included in the stock, which I have full bottles of. It's Safari Extreme from the house of Abdul Samad Al-Qurashi. It's also Russian Mas 2 by Areej Doré. It contains real oud, but I don't get too much of it. For me it's very good, amazing fragrance, but not for the oud. Also, I haven't included Blessing Silence from the House of Oud, Mask Oud by Kilian, Emiro by Maresque, Oud Mask and Red Oud by Montal, London by Widian, Oud for Greatness by Initial Perfumes, Ambre Aquilaria by Electimus, Patchouli Oud by Evanescence, Pardon and Black Afghano by Nozomato, and any homage fragrances. Yeah, and also I don't have a full bottle of, but I have 2 samples of 14 Manly Mr. Bortnikoff's Purple Hat. I enjoy this fragrance, but I don't know if also contains real oud or not.
I just have to mention that all of the fragrances that Dmitry mentioned now, except for one
Russian Mas 2,
they don't contain natural ouds. That's why they're not on this list.
Yeah, that's right. And also I would like to say a couple of words of our honorable mentions. I really enjoy and almost love all of these fragrances. Some of them contain real oud. The Night by Frederic Malle and The Moon. Yeah, amazing compositions, but The Moon is too smoky for me. I also really enjoy Soul of Oud by Ramon Monigal, Uma by Stefano Berluca, and Blue Sapphire by Boudicca de Victorious. So 2 fragrances which I have samples of that are containing real oud, but they just didn't make the list, is Luxor and Gao by Xerjoff. Yeah, these two fragrances from Oud Stars line, Luxor. We just don't really enjoy it, but we feel that it contains a lot of food. Yeah, it's very animalic, and for us it's kind of a little bit fecal also. Yeah, so, and very balsamic. I just don't enjoy it so much to include in our top. Yeah, and Gao for me is a better smelling composition, but it has this rubbery smell which I don't also really enjoy, but it has a beautiful note of saffron. So number 30 is Melt My Heart by Strangelove NYC. It's a beautiful composition. For me it's mostly about beautiful iris root, chocolate, some leathery facets. Yeah, and
kind of gourmand as well.
Yeah, it's very gourmand, and it has a woody base. I don't get too much oud from it. That's why it's so low on this list. But they are claiming it's pure organic oud, and I really smell the woody base. Yeah, really enjoyable composition.
Very good for chocolate lovers.
Yeah. Then number 29 is Mamluk by the house of Xerjoff. It's a beautiful composition. To me it's all about the honey. It smells quite natural. It's quite linear composition for me. I enjoy one honey fragrance more than this, and it's a lot higher, also from Xerjoff.
This is a very pleasant composition, honey, some oud.
Spices.
Yes, it's very nice, and it's I think it would appeal to most people. It doesn't have any barnyardy or fecal facets, so if you're just starting with the ouds, maybe you should try this one.
A pleasant gourmand oud with some sweetness. The next one is Jabir from the house of Kemi Blending Magic. I don't know, maybe if it's discontinued, all the Kemi line, I don't know. But it's a beautiful peony fragrance, one of the most beautiful peony smells I have ever experienced in my life. It's peony, rose, and this woody base. I get wood from it. Yeah, it's beautiful.
It feels fresh as well.
Yeah, it has some freshness, a little bit spiciness. Yeah, gorgeous composition.
Next one on 27th spot is Malesia from Xerjoff.
It's amazing. It's balsamic wood. It's a little bit animalic in the opening. Yeah, but it's for me not challenging. It's kind of gourmand. It also has honey, some gourmand spices in it. It smells very exotic and very Middle Eastern.
This one has some barnyard aspect.
Yeah, but for me it's very beautiful.
Yes, it smells nice. On the next spot, number 26, we have two fragrances. These are Alexandria 2 and Alexandria Orientale. We've put them on the same spot as they smell quite similar. We have a bigger bottle here, that's Alexandria the second.
And also 50 milliliters of Alexandria 2.
And the mini one, Alexandria Orientale.
It was UAE exclusive. Now it's Xerjoff online exclusive, I guess. To me, they smell not so different to separate them, yeah, but there are some differences.
Yes,
though.
Of course. We don't feel that Alexandria Orientale has much more oud than Alexandria the second has.
And for me, these are very exotic smelling compositions. Alexandria 2 has a beautiful lavender in the opening. They both have green apple, cinnamon. They are kind of a little bit gourmand smelling, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have to say that to my nose, Alexandria the second is a little bit more challenging than Alexandria Orientale.
Both compositions are B small, projects very hugely and very long lasting. Yeah, definitely woody base. It has some sweetness also. Yeah, very, very beautiful compositions.
The next fragrance on the 25th spot is Lost in Flowers. We have a little sample here by Strangelove New York City. It's very beautiful smelling fragrance. It's that low on the list because we don't really feel that there is so much oud to include it higher in this list because it's an oud top, but there is some oud here. But mostly I would say that this is a beautiful bouquet of flowers. It's very natural smelling. I really enjoy this one, and if we would film a top that's about the best florals, it's definitely amazing and it would be very high on our list. So yeah, I really recommend this one for the flower lovers.
Yeah, amazing. Leans more feminine and amazing floral composition. One of the most beautiful florals I have ever smelled.
Next one on the 24th spot is Eau Jaune Intense by Fragrance du Bois. This is another lovely smelling composition. It's also floral, it's fruity, and again it doesn't have that much oud for it to be higher in the top, but it just smells so beautiful, so delicious, so amazing. I really enjoy this one, and it's a mood booster, and I feel so elegant while wearing this fragrance.
It's very tropical, it's very exotic smelling. It's like an exotic trip on an exotic island. I don't know, it's very refined and smells very luxurious. Amazing composition.
Next fragrance on the 23rd spot is Oud Satin Mood by Maison Kurkdjian. Beautiful fragrance. Most prominent notes are rose, then vanilla, and then oud. Actually, in the beginning, I can feel a lot of oud, but then it's not as loud as vanilla and rose. But still, I think it's a good oudy fragrance for beginners as well. and especially for the ladies, I think ladies would appreciate such a fragrance. It smells luxurious, thick, oily. Enjoy this one, and also you have to love sweet fragrances to enjoy it.
It's a very fine, deep composition. It's very beautiful smelling, yeah, and gorgeous. Absolutely love it.
Next one is Oud Sinharaja. It's on the 22nd place. It's by Bortnikoff.
It's also beautiful floral compositions. I love florals from Dmitry Bortnikoff. It has some citruses in the top, beautiful florals, woody base. I don't get too much wood from it, but there is definitely an oud in here. It's a woody floral composition, I guess. Yeah, florals here are amazing.
Yes, I also really enjoy florals here. There's not so much oud, but it's a stunning composition. Next one on the 21st spot is Manly by Areej Doré.
I have 10 ml. It's really enjoyable, very wearable, one of the most wearable fragrances from Areej Doré. It's kind of a little bit gourmand. I get a lot of dried fruits from it, some boozy aspects. I get patchouli, a lot of patchouli, leather from it. Yeah, it doesn't contain a lot of food for me, but there is definitely some woody smell, but it's very enjoyable.
For me, one of the most wearable fragrances from Areej Doré.
It's also a little bit smoky.
Very good. Next one is Malik Motia by the house of Areej Doré. We have a little sample here. It's a beautiful fragrance, again, floral, but this time it's got a lot of wood here as well. So there is a jasmine attar here, combined with oud. I think it's very beautiful, stunning, and it smells natural. It smells deep, and it won't remind you of typical jasmine fragrances that are in the designer sector.
And even in niche fragrances, it smells very unique for jasmine composition. It has jasmine sambac and jasmine grandiflorum. Smells very natural, very deep, kind of indolic also, yeah. And it has a lot of wood in the base. I really love it.
Next one is Ambre de Coco by Areej Doré. It's on the 19th spot.
The opening is a little bit challenging. This weird peachy accord with a lot of spices. Yeah, it has amber shamama attar with more than 50 different spices. It's very spicy, peachy. It has some fermented peach smell. It has a lot of fruit in the base. It's a little bit gourmand also, yeah?
Yes, it's got nice cocoa. I'd say that I really enjoy this fragrance, and I really love how this canned peach fruit is combined with the cocoa and with the oud. It's a very unique composition in my opinion, and it might be challenging for some people, especially in the opening, but really enjoy this fragrance. I think it's a nice one. Next one on the 18th spot is Aquilaria Blossom by Areej Doré. Another beautiful composition. We've done an unboxing video in summer. In summer, when we just got it and unboxed it, we weren't that impressed with the dry down, with the vanilla dry down, but we did enjoy the opening a lot, and right now I love this fragrance even more than when we've opened it. I think it's a really nice one, really enjoy it.
Yeah, it's also grown on me. It has a lot of citruses, it has a beautiful yuzu in the top also. It's very floral. The idea for this was like it would smell like imaginary blossom of Agarwood tree. Yeah, and I think they've done a great job here because it smells fresh, floral, and with a woody base.
Yeah.
And I get oud in this composition, but it's not a barnyard or a manic. It's very wearable, like a summer wood fragrance.
Super wearable, yes. Again, one of the most wearable Areej Doré fragrances, and I think
and smells unique.
Yeah, and I think women might like this one a lot as well. The next one is Farce by Xerjoff. I love this fragrance so much. To me, it's such a unique smelling fragrance. It's on number 17 spot. To me, I feel that there is this fresh magazine accord.
Yeah, I get that a little bit.
It's so unique smelling. It's kind of delicious and addictive. I really love this one. It's like when I sniff it, I feel like sparkles, you know?
Yeah, for me it doesn't have so much oud in it, but it's definitely woody based. But mostly what I get is this beautiful floral accord, which contains rose, jasmine, some other exotic florals. It has some citruses also. It's kind of fresh, floral and woody composition, and a little bit spicy. It smells very exotic. It smells like an exotic garden in some Middle Eastern country.
Yeah, absolutely unisex. I think a lot of people might actually really love this one.
Yeah, and it was inspired by Persian gardens.
Next one is Oud by the Spirit of Dubai. It's on the 16th spot. We have a little sample here.
I enjoy this fragrance a lot. It has it smells like it has a lot of natural Agarwood oil. It's very animalic. It's kind of a little bit challenging. It's for connoisseurs, I guess. But it has a lot of different notes, like some fresh notes, maybe citruses. It has a lot of florals. It has spices. It has leathery nuances. It has this smokiness, woodiness. Yeah, it's very unique and beautiful smelling composition for me. But I don't think a lot of people would love this, because it's on another hand it's quite challenging.
It's a very challenging fragrance, but it has some freshness to it. I think a lot of oud lovers would love this fragrance, but if you're new to ouds, I don't think you will really love this one. Next one is Mysterious Oud by Bortnikoff. We have a little sample here.
The opening smells really very mysterious, like the name of the fragrance says. I can separate any notes in the opening, but it's fresh, very floral and dark at the same time. It has some spices, some gourmand elements. It has oud, but it's not funky or animalic here. For me, the overall smell is very pleasant and beautiful.
Yes, it's spicy for me. It's very nice. And the next one, number 14, is Tabac Doré by Bortnikoff.
For me, it's an amazing tobacco composition. It has a lot of natural tobacco leaf smell. For me, it has dried fruits. Mostly what I get is apricot smell with some delicious boozy accord. Yeah. It has spices. Very beautiful.
Everything that Dmitry said, plus it's got this sauna effect as well.
And it has a lot of vanilla absolute also in it. It's very delicious and very deep composition.
Next one, number 13, is Oud Extrait by Maison Kurkdjian.
Oh, yeah, it's very good. Mostly what I get from this fragrance is a huge amount of saffron, elemi resin, woody oud, It's not challenging animalic, but it's quite medicinal. Yeah.
Very medicinal.
I also get patchouli in it and a lot of vanilla in the dry down. It smells very refined, like a chic fragrance, and it's very posh and smells very luxurious and smells very Middle Eastern also. Yeah.
I enjoy this fragrance a lot. When I first smelled it, I was unsure about how I feel about it, and maybe even disliked it. But now it's grown on me. But I find it a little bit challenging still. I really enjoy it when I'm around someone who wears this fragrance. But if I'm wearing it myself, I still need some time to get used to it.
It can be a little bit cloying because it's so powerful and it's like a monster.
Yeah, you have to be careful with the spray.
It has a beast mode projection and longevity. The next one is Al-Khatt by the house of Xerjoff on number 12 spot. It's a beautiful barnyard smell with gorgeous natural jasmine. I don't know, it's addictive. It smells like horses, like this beautiful barnyard field, and a little bit like poop also, yeah. But the jasmine gives this exotic feeling, very exotic, very Middle Eastern composition with beautiful vanilla dry down, and also it has benzoin. It has some muskiness from Cashmeran. It's really exotic and beautiful smelling composition. For me, it's addictive.
When you're sniffing this fragrance in the air, it's so beautiful. You smell this beautiful, sweet jasmine. It's very unique, unusual. But when you're sniffing up close, yes, you're getting this barnyard fecal aspects. Yes, it's got two sides, but I really enjoy this fragrance. And when it's in the air, it's just to die for. It's amazing. And I got this recently for Dmitri's birthday, and yeah, that's how much I love it.
Yeah, and after about 2 to 3 hours, this barnyard smell settles down, and it becomes very pleasant.
Next one is Dead of Night on the 11th spot by Strangelove NYC. We have a 15 ml bottle here, the mini one.
It's a gorgeous composition. It would be much higher for me if it had this oud, more oud in the dry down. Yeah, but I really enjoy it. The opening is 12 out of 10 for me. I think the opening and the heart of the composition is a masterpiece. It's amazing. It has this citrusy opening with a lot of florals. Mostly I get jasmine. I guess it has also some tuberose and rose. And I get also a lot of food in the opening. It's kind of a little bit challenging, also barnyard, yeah, but it mixes with these beautiful florals, and it's for me it's a wearable composition.
Yeah, it's absolutely wearable, and I think a lot of people would love this fragrance.
And dry downs to floral composition, floral woody composition without any barnyard smell. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And number 10 is Bortnikoff Exquise. I have a tar here, 3 mils, and we have also sample in Extrait de Perfume concentration. And we love a tar much more. It's just phenomenal.
I have to say that the Extrait version is also very good.
Yeah, both are good, but Atar is just amazing.
Out of this world, amazing, yeah.
It has gourmand elements from cinnamon. It has a lot of cacao. It has, I guess, also coffee notes. It has a lot of oud. It has florals, this bubblegummy vibe. It has also citruses. It has everything for me.
It's super delicious.
It's an amazing composition.
Next one on the 9th spot is Fall into Stars by Strangelove NYC.
I have 50 ml bottle. Beautiful presentation, amazing looking cap with this gold, 24 karat gold. And the composition is just amazing for me. It smells like it has a lot of oud, this woody oud. with the smokiness, with the animalic touch, but it doesn't smell fecal for me, yeah. It's very deep, it's spicy, I get some narcissus from it, it's a little floral, but very exotic, and gorgeous ambre dry down. Very beautiful composition.
Beautiful composition, agree. All of the fragrances that I've tried from this brand, they're very good smelling, and also the concentration is amazing, and with time we realize that our samples are they have evaporated a bit, but you get oil. We actually saw the oil in our samples, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we don't enjoy only one composition from Strangelove NYC, it's Sandals DC. It smells kind of weird for us and unpleasant.
Yes, but we did our first impressions, so if you're interested, check this out. Next fragrance is Beauty and the Beast by the house of Areej Doré.
It has a lot of oud, rose, and a touch of cacao in this composition. Actually, there are only these notes. Mostly what I get when I spray it, for the first 20 seconds I get beautiful cacao, this rich, very deep cacao smell. And then it turns out into this very animalic, almost unwearable oud smell for about a minute, I guess minute or two, and then the rose shines. Very beautiful, this rose with the green aspects, with this lemony tape rose touch. And then after maybe three hours it turns it into oudy composition more, and it has a huge amount of oud in this composition. It has 30% of oud oils, and oud here is amazing. It's Indian oud, barnyardy. It's I guess this fragrance is more for oud connoisseurs.
For oud rose lovers that aren't afraid of challenging compositions.
Yeah, it's quite challenging.
Next one is Ceylon by Xerjoff. It's on the 7th spot.
Oud Stars Ceylon. I have also 15 mil. It's 50, and yeah, it's amazing. It's like a perfume dream for me. It has a bergamot in the opening. It also has jasmine sambac. Very beautiful smelling jasmine in this composition. I get a lot of honey. It also has in the opening this woody fermented smell, a little bit barnyard. Then there's a beautiful Ceylon tea smell comes in the composition. It has a lot of honey in the dry down of this composition, and the honey here is amazing. We show you Mamluk. Yeah, it also has a lot of honey, but for me, Ceylon is a lot more interesting composition and smells a lot more beautiful than Mamluk. But the honey here is just amazing. It also has some spiciness from it.
Yeah, I agree. This is an amazing composition. I love the honey aspect, the oud aspect. It's very nice. We have a video on this fragrance. We did unboxing. Very, very good.
Yeah, and it's very expensive. It's I guess it's the most expensive fragrance in my collection per mil. The next one is Oud Monarch by the house of Bortnikoff. It's stunning. It has beautiful exotic florals, a lot of cacao, and a lot of oud. It also has cinnamon. Just gorgeous, very wearable, smells exotic and oriental.
Very beautiful and unique.
Yeah, beautiful gourmand oud. The next one is Triad by the house of Bortnikoff. Man, this is one of the most amazing rose ouds I have ever smelled. I enjoy it a little bit more than Beauty and the Beast because
It's not as challenging as Biryan.
It's not as challenging, and I think it smells a little bit more beautiful. Yeah.
Full, maybe. Yeah, it's so good.
It has a lot of beautiful, natural smelling rose with also this greenness in it. It's kind of a little bit powdery. It has a lot of wood. It has wood in the opening, in the heart of the composition, and in the base. Yeah, just stunning. You need to try this one.
For rosewood lovers, amazing.
Yeah, rosewood lovers dream. The next one is Lao Oud, also from the house of Bortnikoff. It's just unbelievable. It has a lot of I love from the house of Bortnikoff. It has some elements from Oud Maximus, from Oud Monarch, and from Exquise. Like Dmitry has composed this composition from those three, mixing together. Yeah.
Yes, they have similar aspects.
It has a lot of cacao, a lot of coffee in it, a lot of oud. It opens with this quite animalic, a little bit challenging barnyard oud, also fermented like a cheese smell. It has a lot of beautiful gourmand spices. Yeah, it has some gorgeous florals. Very deep, stunning composition. Yeah, I love it.
I also love this fragrance, and I love how the best of Bortnikoff is in one fragrance plus a lot of delicious cacao on top. I just love it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. The next one is number 3, is Oud Zen. Oud Zen by Areej Doré.
Smoky.
It's fantastic. It's the darkest oud I have ever smelled in my life. It smells like burned oud wood, yeah. It's a little bit animalic. It has saffron in it, a lot of balsamic notes. Just gorgeous.
Beautiful. It's an amazing fragrance for winter months, for peacefulness.
For meditation.
Yes,
yeah.
It's just great. I think it's a true masterpiece for oud lovers.
Yeah, it's
and
stunning.
You have to love the smoky bit as well.
Very deep, very long lasting, and very hard to find.
All right, next one
is number 2, also from Areej Doré. Is Ottoman Empire 3. It's my favorite fragrance from Russian Adam. It's just gorgeous. It opens up with a beautiful natural rose smell with also green aspects, yeah. And it has a lot of spices in the opening. A lot of beautiful different spices. It has a lot of wood also in the dry down of the composition and also in the heart, yeah. Actually, it has a lot of notes, but for me the most I get is this beautiful natural rose, spices and oud. And I think it's amazing.
Smells beautiful.
It's a masterpiece.
Unique and also very, very hard to find nowadays.
Just beyond words. I can't even describe how much I love it. You need to try this one. Some people say they even love the first and the second edition of this composition even more. But for me, this one, what I have, number 3, is just absolutely stunning. Worth Satin to wear it. And number 1 is my favorite oud as of right now. It's Oud Maximus Autumn 19 from the house of Bortnikoff. It's a teak wood cap. I got it in 2020. Just unbelievable. Actually, this fragrance, Dead of Night, reminds me of Oud Maximus the most, but Oud Maximus has a lot of wood in the base. So I would rate Dead of Night higher if it had a lot of wood in the base, but Oud Maximus It's just gorgeous. It opens up with a beautiful citrusy smell, but it's only for, I don't know, maybe 5-10 seconds. And then the rose is becoming more prominent. Very beautiful green rose. It has 5 types of rose, 4 types of natural agarwood oil. It has also different exotic florals like magnolia, frangipani. It also has cardamom, pepper. Yeah, it's just amazing. Very, very deep, very luxurious smelling, and very natural.
Beautiful, stunning, unique, natural smelling composition. I recommend this one to try.
Projects beautifully. It's not the most beast mode fragrance, but it's very noticeable, and I love to wear it for special occasions.
But it's also not that easy to find the 19 version.
Yeah, it's sold out. Yeah, sadly. But there is Oud Maximus on the Bortnikoff website, so you can try it.
Alright then, that was our top 30, our favorite oud fragrances that we've tried, that we have. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also, don't forget to like this video, and we would love to know what are your favorite oud fragrances. We would like to talk to you about that in the comments. Thank you so much for watching us till the end. We wish you an amazing evening. Bye.
Thank you, bye.